All right, it is 7 p.m. and tonight is November 10th, and we're here for the city organizational meeting. If we could all rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. Flags.
Oh.
I know, we're used to it. Creature of habit, number one. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And I'll begin the meeting by reading the land acknowledgement. As always, we begin by acknowledging the land on which we gather is the territory of the Ottawa and Chippewa peoples, who have stewarded this land throughout the generations. Thank you for your strength and resilience in protecting this land and inspiring us to uphold our responsibilities to do the same. I'd like to start this evening with the official oaths of office for our newest members of the City Commission. Congratulations. And thank you to everybody that ran for office. It was a well-run election. So thank you. So first up is Lance Bomer. If you would like to join me up at the front. Mm-hmm. Lance, would you like to say any words?
I would just like to thank everybody who came out and supported me throughout the election, and everybody else who just showed up to vote, even if you didn't support me in the election. I think that just showing up is what is super important in our democracy and keeping our local democracy strong. So thank you. I'm looking forward to serving you as your city commissioner.
Great. Kenneth. Usually just Yay.
Yeah, get the whole funky bunch up there.
And Kenneth, would you like to say a few words?
When we got the agenda packet for tonight, it didn't say anything about words. So, and a lot of my friends know that I'm long-winded, and I enjoy every opportunity to hear myself talk. But I will say this, and I look around this audience, and I see a lot of faces of friends and family and people that are very important to me in this world. And my perspective that I get as an employee, but as a first responder, is unique in the fact that when we come here, we often have business to deal with, but people come in here with hard feelings too. And if we knew that today was going to be our last day, we might think about things a little bit differently and what are truly priorities in this world for us. And I mean, you saw my family just a few minutes ago, so, you know, I'm honored and privileged. Thank you. That's all I have.
Laura? Laura, would you like to say a few?
I'll make it brief. As the other new city commissioners have stated, I'm just honored to have been elected a city commissioner for Traverse City. I'm ready to get to work and to work really hard to make thoughtful, balanced decisions that can move this community forward. Thank you.
Thank you. Amy?
All right.
Amy, would you like to say a few words?
Sure, I'll say a couple words. So I want to thank everyone for being here tonight. I see family, friends, I see people I know from the community over the years from these meetings and from just everywhere else in our community. We have blessed to have an engaged community here and an engaged population. And as I'm sitting here, 10 years ago, I was elected for the first time to the City Commission in a situation much like our new city commissioners. There were 3 open seats, 3 new faces, 3 people with very different experiences. And so I know the nerves and the excitement that's going on, and I still feel them to this day when I'm sworn in. It's a duty I take very responsibly, and it's one I hold with great honor, and thank the community for entrusting me with it again this year. So thank you for that, and we'll stop the speechifying right now. We'll get to the actual meeting and let Sarah take over again with the roll call. Oh, I get a gavel.
No,
I don't always remember.
I get to turn the meeting over to the mayor.
Oh, okay. All right, we'll do that officially. We often forget them during the meetings that we need them for, but we got them today, so. Now I'll hand it over to Sarah for roll call.
Yes. So, Commissioner Anderson,
Present.
Commissioner Funk,
Present.
Commissioner Treadwell,
Here.
Commissioner Shaw,
Here.
Commissioner Ness,
Here.
Commissioner Bomer,
Here.
Mayor.
Here. Okay, and we'll begin with announcements from the interim city manager.
I have none tonight. Thank
Oh.
you.
Oh, okay. Any from you, Sarah?
I have a quick one.
Great.
This is just a reminder that there is an electrical upgrade happening at the Hardy parking structure tomorrow, Tuesday, November 11th at 7 a.m. The work activities are anticipated to be completed by end of day, also on Tuesday, November 11th.
Okay, great. I'm going to, do you have a question about that? Okay.
I have a request.
I was actually just going to address that because it was shared with me.
Thank you.
So, so I was going to say, as we move into our first set of business, which is a little bit more of a organizational meeting, but this is still votes and business. We are always striving for transparency, and I know Commissioner Anderson had requested that there isn't usually public comment during this meeting, but what we will allow is for this one, and the idea of that, and always wanting the public to be a part of our meetings, we are going to allow for an opening public comment for everything. So we will not have comments on every motion. If you have thoughts on any of the positions or any of them going forward, to keep the meeting, in the interest of the meeting being flowing, but also giving people public comment. We will do that right now. Is that what you had wanted to address, Jackie? Or if you have, commissioners always can comment during motions.
Yeah.
It's the public, so.
Let's try it this way.
Okay,
We'll try
great.
it this way. Thank you.
Unless there's an objection to it. No? Okay. So
I'm
go
going
ahead, sir.
to read the public comment rules. We ask that you state your name and address, indicate if you are a city resident, non-city resident, and/or city business owner. We have a 3-minute time allotment per speaker. When your time has elapsed, the timer will beep. And finally, that we request that all language be respectful to all parties.
No, it's allowed.
Thank
Go
you
ahead.
very much, Ms. Mayor and commissioners. I thank you for this opportunity to make public comments before nominations begin. Mayor Shamrow, I hope my remarks will be taken in the spirit of a public service announcement. To the voters who sent us here, thank you. To my colleagues who served on the commission previously, thank you. And to my newest colleagues, congratulations and thank you for your commitment to the residents of our city. We're here tonight to choose leadership that perhaps the most important choice will be that of a mayor pro tem. This person doesn't just run city commission meetings in the mayor's absence, but also is a critical voice in each and every agenda that comes before us. So it's a position of great influence. Before the public even is notified of agenda items, both the mayor and the mayor pro tem have given their direction and expressed their points of view. And that is why traditionally an experienced commissioner is proposed for mayor pro tem. It is my understanding that tonight there may be a newcomer to the commission considered for the position. That is a break with tradition and I think fails to adequately consider the need for an experienced individual with a broad view of city affairs. Let me remind you that a leader's role is to build consensus, to unite, to compromise, and to reach the best decisions to benefit the most city residents. That individual must do all of that in the full view of the citizens that we represent. Unfortunately, in March, just 8 months ago, our governance consultant, Barry Dunn, reported that our communications were fractured, that there was a lack of strategic focus, and that no one was taking responsibility for consensus building. In short, this body was not prepared well to implement a strategic plan. That call for action has not yet been responded to. And with the election behind us, we have an opportunity for a fresh start. I think it's incumbent on us now to do so with a collaborative and a consensus-building approach that chooses an experienced and hard-working commissioner to balance the leadership team. We've seen firsthand how a caring and skillful leader can turn around an organization. Right here, working with city staff, our interim city manager has quickly improved communications, built bridges, and created a culture of mutual respect. The same thing could happen on the City Commission with the right leadership team. And that is why, given the opportunity, I intend to nominate Commissioner Heather Shaw to serve as Mayor Pro Tem for the next 2 years. And I encourage my fellow commissioners to please support her with your votes. Thank you.
Thank you. Is there any other public comment on this item? Or I shouldn't say not on this item, that's out of habit, sorry. Public comment in general.
I suppose if this is a chance for the three of us that were not on the ballot to also give some speeches, I'd just like to have a few remarks on the day. On this rather auspicious day in which, the 10th of November, we memorialize a ship lost at sea and the tragic heritage of seamanship on the Great Lakes, and look at the city's own history. We were founded as an industrial port shipping wood around the Midwest, and some say the world. But we have transitioned from that to a major tourist destination, a place with education and healthcare that far surpass anything else in northern Michigan, a place that still has industry, but that also has a diverse and thriving economy for all 12 months of the year. As I was walking the beach this afternoon, I saw a tangible reminder of that. Small rocks, black in color, these were coal that was brought in by the steamships back in the day and was the fuel for the industry that helped drive our city and much of America forward. But in the decades since, they have been polished by the waves and the storms into smooth, shiny, some would say beautiful rocks. And that is much like ourselves as commissioners. We might have started out rough around the edges, but we too, individually, and those that have continued to serve, been through wind and waves, and it has shaped us into what we are today. And I see that as a chance that we can, going forward, recognize both our past and see that it is not predestined us to the future. We can still be shaped into something newer, better, and brighter for the future. Thank you.
Thank you, Mitch. Would any member of the public like to make any public comment at this point?
Oh, and I invite my fellow commissioners to take a rock that speaks to them.
Oh, that's very nice.
Thanks, Mitch.
Okay, seeing no other public comment, I'm going to go ahead and close that. Oh, do we have something we need to do?
I'm gonna move these flags real quick.
Oh, there we go. We'll have a brief pause while we rearrange the furniture not on the deck of the ship. Very nice.
What?
I'm not a rock or geology guy. Is this really cool?
Yes.
Mhm.
Clinch.
Okay, with that, we will now get started with our running agenda for the topics for consideration. And the first is the selection of the Mayor Pro Tem. We have had comment on that. Excuse me, I'll finish with mine, and I see your hand is up. I see that we've had already some comment on that, but I wanted to share where I am at as far as this organizational meeting is going forward. It was mentioned that we did have a divisive commission. We had a commission that was coming out of some rougher times and working on a strategic plan, and different leadership, as was mentioned. We have leadership now that is committed to working individually with commissioners and with the commission as a whole. The sense of this disproportion that might have been there before of a mayor and a mayor pro tem having a finger on the scale or something of that sort was it's not part of our duties, and it's not part of the job. It's where a good leader stands independently and can make relationships and make their job work the way it's supposed to, versus maybe not always handling those relationships the best. We also are coming off of an election with a lot of voter participation and a lot of feedback. Part of that election was electing people who had very different experiences they're bringing forward to us from very different walks of life. Where that leaves us right now is very new commissioners and 3 commissioners that have some experience. So where I was looking when I looked at pro tem is, what do the next 2 years hold for us? The next 2 years hold for us the implementation of the strategic plan, which will be all hands on deck, which will be nothing originating from the top other than the city manager, and not anybody's pet projects. That's not how this works. That's not how a strategic plan works. It also is creating a new process for the city manager evaluations, which has already begun, recommendations for quarterly. That falls under the mayor and mayor pro tem to just organize those. And that is very important. And then it also falls under the city manager, but also the leadership of the city to be represented, or to represent the board and help lead the board through the conversations that are coming next as we train ourselves. And for that reason, though it was brought up for others, that was where I was torn, but ultimately would like to see Laura Ness as the pro tem. She has experience as chair of 2 city boards right now, both Hickory Hills and our Joint Rec Authority, showing an ability to lead boards that are cooperative and with our neighbors. That is a huge part of our strategic plan, as well as Hickory Hills Board, which was both organized as something new and charged with reorganizing a city asset that was certainly not always the smoothest running, to put it nicely, and created harmony out of that and created a board that is now functional and moving along and keeps projects going. Ultimately, this comes down to who will run a meeting, despite what was said, who will run a meeting when I am not here, and I know that Laura has that capability, who is going to be well-tempered and seen as approachable by all commissioners, and Laura has been that on her other boards with many different competing interests on some of those, and she is a newcomer that will also give voice to the people most recently elected by our electorate. So that is my reasoning with putting her forward as of right now. So we will go ahead and, yes, Jackie, I see your hand up.
Thank you. Ready for a motion?
You can make a motion. And
Thank
just to let people know how these work, is a motion can be made, then there can be other nominations from the floor as well, and then we will vote on them in order.
So I move that Heather Shaw be appointed Mayor Pro Tem for the city of Traverse City.
We have a second? Oh, no, you're right. Nominations to the floor do not need a second. Thank you for that. Okay.
Person has to accept.
I will assume unless we hear otherwise. Are there any other nominations from the floor? For other nominations. So Heather Shaw is there. We can nominate more than one person for any of these.
Laura Ness, are you interested?
Yes, I would accept the position if the commission will have me.
Are you nominating Laura Ness? Thank you. Any other nominations from the floor? Okay. Waiting, because this is a different process. Okay. So with that, we will take the motions in order then. All those in favor of Heather Shaw as pro tem, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Oh, no, it's a roll call? Well, roll call. Okay. All opposed? No.
No.
Is there no further discussion?
There can be. I guess that's fine. Yeah, this usually moves a little faster.
Hey, I'm trying to think of Robert's rules right now,
This is, yeah.
and to follow it appropriately, there doesn't have to be a second with a nomination. They just have to accept it. Do we immediately have to vote on it, or is there a period of discussion between either of the two?
Usually we immediately vote on it. I kind of allow for some discussion if the newer commissioners would like a moment for that. So I'll open up. Let's do it this way, and this might not be proper Robert's rules. Does anyone have discussion on either of the two nominations or the nominations as a whole?
Do we have to speak to them individually?
No,
as
you
to-
just, would you share it? You could
general?
just share it in general with people.
I feel like we have two really good candidates that either one would do a fantastic job. I think about experience, and if that were the case, Mitchell is the longest sitting commissioner right now.
Well, you
I
can
mean,
make a nomination if you want.
I'm not, but I'm making the point as to city commission experience. Mitchell is the longest serving commissioner. So I mean, his service has, if we're gonna weigh time on the commission towards somebody's value in the position.
Are there other comments? And we can come back to you.
One of the things that we as individual commissioners have the advantage of is to about once a quarter sit in on an agenda review. And some of the things that strike me when I have that opportunity is the breadth of discussion and how impactful to the city's business those discussions are. Sometimes there are decisions, you know, before an agenda is even released to the public, there are decisions to move something forward, to bring something back, to frame it in a slightly different way, to put it in a different context. So those conversations really do impact what we as commissioners are able to accomplish. And from what I've observed, the more you know, the better. The first time I sat in on that, I was clueless. And I came in with a long laundry list of, oh, gee, I think we should do this, and this. And that's not the way it works. And so I see huge advantage to having a mayor pro tem who is, had that experience. And otherwise, the learning curve is awfully steep. And I admire Commissioner Shaw's, the breadth of her portfolio. You know, she has exhibited accomplishments across a wide variety of topics that affect us. Everything from the Arts Commission to, you know, the mobility plan and the Complete Streets initiatives. So I am really thinking that we would be well served by someone with that kind of both breadth and depth of experience to partner with our mayor on setting our agendas.
I'm going to clarify something here, and there is no intention to change this. The mayor pro tem sitting in on agenda review is not a policy or a rule. It is something that started after COVID by Richard Lewis with the knowledge that some of us might not be able to make a meeting more suddenly than previously maybe anticipated. That is not something I plan on changing, but that is something that we have added to add more voices. It used to just be the mayor and a rotating city commissioner quarterly. And so that is something that has been out there, and this is why I wanted to make this point. We continually try to strive to allow newer voices in the room everywhere we can. But at the end of the day, and I would challenge this to anybody who sat in on it, we might all bring our different perspectives of, should it be framed this way, or is this included? But ultimately, I have yet to see an item completely get pulled from the agenda that wasn't suggested by staff because the information was missing. We've also had it where the item has been moved forward and it ends up not being voted on or sent back at the meeting itself because another commissioner has insight that wasn't allowed to be in that meeting, and we go and find that information as well. So while I appreciate the perspective from Commissioner Anderson, I want to clarify that this makes it sound like the agenda review is where everything happens and the commission just happens to have it presented to us. And we see every week, there's very rarely a week that goes by that even with 3 eyes on it, things aren't pulled from the consent calendar. And that always the commission has input on it and everyone's input is valued at the city commission level. So I wanted to clarify that this isn't, the way that it's being presented, this isn't a meeting where everything kind of gets decided and it's just served up on a platter to the commission to be just accepted without question. That's not how that process usually works. It's just a rotating room of voices, people in the room, voices in the room. And so the breadth of experience is and I'm going to say that is your comment, and I appreciate that, and that is your perspective, but I wanted to clarify that that is the process, though, itself. I'm really not going to try and get into a back and forth right now with everybody. I will come back to you, Jackie, but I wanted to see if anybody else has any other comments they'd like to offer.
I'd like to make comment.
Please do.
So, Amy, I'm honored by the confidence that you see in me. And of course, I'm going to respect every commissioner's perspective and vote. I want to make it really clear that I'm a fiercely independent thinker. And every decision that we make must serve the long-term interests of the city. That's the oath that we just took. And we really shouldn't have any perceived sides or factions within this commission if we are going to, as Jackie said, accomplish our role to build consensus, unite, and compromise to benefit city residents. So it's my hope and my commitment that we can collaborate and that we can move forward with a consensus building approach to accomplish these decisions. I heard loud and clear on the campaign trail, probably the most consistent theme, that our residents expect us to work together. They want us to focus on results, and they want us to focus on implementing the strategic plan. So let's move on, let's get to work. That's what I'm here to do.
Any other comments from other commissioners that haven't spoken yet before we move back? Okay, Jackie, go ahead.
Just a clarification in terms of the role of the rest of the commissioners in agenda setting. Our input to the city manager actually arrives after the agenda is published to our citizens. And so there is this closed period of deliberation when I think the advantage of diverse viewpoints can really be felt. And I think that Commissioner Shaw has a strong track record of speaking on behalf of our residents. And I think she would be incredibly effective as a balancing voice when those decisions are made.
And that is a fair assessment. I would also say that we got accused after, I wanted to share this for Insight too. We're making the sausage here, so let's share it. That after we added another person, so there were now 3 people in the agenda review, we started getting accused of, well, you're not pulling anything off of consent calendar anymore, or you're hardly pulling anything off of consent calendar. And it was because there were the other voices in the room, and it didn't matter who was in it. It mattered that there were just more eyes on it. And so I appreciate what you're saying, but also there is a point where the sausage does get made in public, and that's why we have public meetings. And so avoiding it up front isn't necessarily the best process either. So I appreciate what you're saying, but I would offer that as a counter that we are pretty liberal in how our agenda, especially our consent calendar, gets treated in public. Most cities don't even allow public to pull from consent calendar. So we continue to try to make that as apparent as possible, but at some point we also do want to have our meetings in public and have some of that be done in public and done with the view of the cameras and everyone else. And I don't say that in regard to just this particular vote on this particular pro tem votes. I say that in general because I think sometimes we do so much stuff as a city and so many people are used to watching us, they don't realize the things that we do that are exceptional or different that are intended to create more voices. So I do like to highlight it when we have the chance here. So are there any other comments on this from our commissioners? Oh, go ahead, sir.
Hi.
Yeah, we're going to go back to we'll go back to the vote in a minute.
Well, just a point of clarification, we actually do need to have a motion to close nominations.
Oh, sorry.
Before we vote on the actual nomination.
Thank you, I forgot about that part.
Motion to close nominations.
No, there we go. Perfect.
And a second?
Second.
Thank you. And do we have to say all in favor, or does it just have to happen? Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, so now let's go back. Thank you for that. It's been a while. So now we will go back. So all in favor of Commissioner Shaw as pro tem, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Nay. So roll call.
Commissioner Anderson?
Aye.
Commissioner Funk?
Who are we voting on? I'm sorry.
Shaw?
We're voting on Shaw right now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Nay.
Commissioner Treadwell?
Nay.
Commissioner Shaw?
Aye.
Commissioner Ness?
Nay.
Commissioner Bomer?
Aye.
Mayor?
Nay. So now we will take up Commissioner Ness, and the rule on this is you can vote for both too. You don't, it's not exclusionary. So, because each one is a separate motion, so you can vote yes or no on each one separately, no matter what you did on the previous. So I will now say all in favor of Commissioner Ness. I know, this is by the way, let me just say this. This is probably the steepest learning curve for Robert's Rules, is an organizational meeting. And so I totally appreciate that our newer commissioners are learning as we go. And as is seen, even though I do a lot of meetings for a lot of different organizations, it's a reminder for me a lot on some of these procedures as well. So now we will say for Commissioner Ness, all in favor? Aye. Opposed?
No.
Roll call, please. Oh, give her a
I'm
moment.
typing. Commissioner Bomer,
Yes.
Commissioner Ness,
Yes.
Commissioner Shaw,
Nay.
Commissioner Treadwell,
Yes.
Commissioner Funk,
Yay.
Commissioner Anderson,
No.
Okay, the motion.
Mayor?
Oh, yeah, yay, yes, sorry. So the motion passes with that. So you are now installed as the Mayor Pro Tem, Commissioner Ness. Now Mayor Pro Tem Ness. So now we'll move on to our second item, which is the Traverse City Light Power Board nominations. When I was speaking with commissioners beforehand, as we are allowed to do, both only, also I clarify so there shouldn't be much division, Commissioners Bomer and now Mayor Pro Tem Ness expressed interest in this board. So I would take the motion, or is somebody else from the up here changed their mind and would like to be considered? Oh, go ahead.
I move that Commissioner Bomer and Commissioner Ness each be appointed to a 2-year term expiring November 8th, 2027 on the Traverse City Light and Power Board, seats previously held by Commissioner Stanley and Commissioner Werner.
Support.
Thank you, Commissioner Shaw and Treadwell. Any discussion on this item? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Welcome to the board. We'll be on ad hocs. All of these also, because of the nature of us nominating as we go here, there will be, when we do the ad hocs at the end, you will now be representing your specific boards on those. So several of those will now have you as part of it. So next we move on to the representative for the Arts Commission. Commissioner Shaw, you were interested in continuing on this one, is that correct?
I will continue to serve.
Excellent, thank you. You've done an excellent job serving on that. So can we have a motion, please?
Motion to reappoint Commissioner Shaw to the Traverse City Arts Commission.
Second.
Okay, just to clarify,
sorry.
if you click on that. So I think just because it has the term in it, be appointed as City Commissioner and Representative Arts Commission, term expiring November 8, 2027, seat previously held by Commissioner Shaw, which is still the current one.
So moved.
There we go. Sorry, and that was Lance. And who was our second?
Second.
Thank you, Commissioner Funk. Any further discussion on this? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Thank you for continuing your service on that, Heather. Next, we have the Brown Bridge Advisory Commission. I can't talk, sorry. And when I was meeting, Commissioner Funk expressed an interest in serving on this. It's a quarterly one with our property that's located just outside the city limit. So would anybody like to make that motion?
I'll make that motion, that Commissioner Ken Funk be appointed to a term expiring October 5th, 2026 on the Brown Bridge Advisory Committee. Second.
All right, any other discussion on this item? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right, motion passes. And next we have Hickory Hills. Right now, we have Mayor Pro Tem Ness is serving on this currently. No one else expressed an interest in serving on this board, so I would recommend she continue to serve on it. I think at any point if we wanted to look at freeing that up, I just said that in the wrong order. I apologize. Commissioner Ness is currently serving on this as a citizen. No one else expressed interest, so I am recommending she be made a city appointment, continuing in her role there, and that would open up the seat for a citizen to be in that citizen seat.
Do we need to change the bylaws for that, for the Hickory Hills Advisory?
No,
to
we're
have
just
a-
checking the term expiration date. That's
Oh.
the only thing that we might need to.
Oh, sorry, hold on, please
Clarify.
pause on that.
struggling, hold on.
No one's looking at you, Sarah.
No one's quietly listening.
Oh my gosh.
Good.
So Mayor Pro Tem Ness's citizen appointment expires on June 30th, 2026. The commissioner seat expires in '28.
Right, so she would be she'll then
Vacate
have
the
to vacate her
26 and go to
26,
the
and we will nominate someone, a community member for that.
So the motion is in the packet is
Yes.
exactly what you need.
If anyone would like to make that.
I move that Commissioner Laura Ness be appointed to a term expiring June 30th, 2028 on the Hickory Hills Advisory Committee.
Support.
Thank you, Commissioners Bomer and Treadwell. Any other discussion about that? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
No.
Okay. Roll call, I guess, sorry for the.
Yes. Hold on. Commissioner Funk,
Yay.
Commissioner Treadwell,
Yes.
Commissioner Shaw,
Yes.
Commissioner Ness,
Yes.
Commissioner Bomer,
Yes.
Commissioner Anderson,
No.
Mayor.
Yes. Okay, motion passes. And then we will now have a posting for that open, well, shortly, we'll have a posting for that open Hickory Hill seat for the public. Next, we're going to go on to the Joint Rec Authority. This is one that Ken Funk requested. It said he had some interest in, so, sorry, was it? Or was there anybody else who was interested? I know Ken was willing to share due to his work duties as well. Great, wanted to double check, but seeing as none, would somebody like to make that motion? Go ahead, Jackie.
I move that Commissioner Ken Funk be appointed as Commissioner Representative on the City of Traverse City and Charter Township of Garfield Recreational Authority Board of Directors, term expiring June 30th, 2026, seat previously held by outgoing Commissioner Tim Warner.
Second.
All right, thank you, Commissioners Anderson and Bomer. Any further comment on that? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Okay, next we have, sorry, moving my screen here, the Economic Development Board, and Commissioner Shaw was interested in this position, so is anybody else wanting to make a motion here?
I'll make the motion.
Okay.
That Commissioner Heather Shaw be appointed as Commissioner Representative on the Grand Traverse County Economic Development Corporation Board, term expiring December 31st, 2027, seat previously held by Commissioner Mai Stanley, subject to confirmation by the Grand Traverse County Board of Commissioners.
Second.
Thank you. Any further comment on that motion? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. This one, I do apologize, it slipped my notice, so I did not ask Jackie Anderson, sorry. I don't know why I said your last name. I have a Jackie at work, and it just popped in my head that it wasn't one. So would you were the alternate on this. I don't think I ever had a chance to serve. Would you be interested in serving as the main
Yes, I would.
representative? Great.
Thank you.
Sorry about springing that on you. And is anyone interested in being the alternate for that?
I will.
Okay, so we'll have, if we can have that motion then, please?
I can make that motion. That Commissioner Jackie Anderson be appointed as regular member and Commissioner Lance Bomer be appointed as alternate member to a term expiring November 15th, 2027 on the next Michigan Corporation Board, seat previously held by outgoing Commissioner Mai Stanley and current Commissioner Jackie Anderson.
All right, any further comment on that? Thank you. Oh, sorry, we need a second.
Second.
All right, thank you for that. Okay, now any further comment on that? I apologize. Thank you for stepping in, Commissioner Anderson, on the spot. All in favor?
Yes.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. And next is our City Commission representative on the Township Association. Commissioner Shaw has previously been sitting on this position and would like to again, and she has done an excellent job. I think she reported that she has shown up more than anybody else has, so we would very much appreciate that continued service if someone would like to make that motion.
I move
like-
that.
Oh,
Go ahead, please.
I move that mayor's appointment of Commissioner Heather Shaw to a 2-year term expiring November 8th, 2027, seat currently held by Commissioner Heather Shaw on the Grand Traverse County Township Association be approved.
Second?
Second.
Thank you, Mr. Funk. Any other comments on that? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Okay, and this is an administrative one, so this isn't one of us. This is the time when we reappoint a staff person to the Planning Commission, and Jerry Swanson has been yet again pushed forward. If somebody would like to make that motion. Go ahead, Jackie.
I would like to make the motion, and I would also like to thank him for his service. He's been a very valuable member of our Planning Commission. So I recommend that the mayor's appointment of Jerry Swanson to a 2-year term expiring November 8th, 2027 on the City Planning Commission be approved. Seat previously held by Jerry Swanson.
Second.
Thank you for that, Commissioners Anderson and Treadwell. Any further comment on that? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Welcome back, Jerry. It's like you never left. Okay, and then the last one is our mayoral appointment to the Public Works, and this is the city manager's designee. So if I could get a, do we have somebody for that, or do we just
It's
do it?
me.
Okay. Sorry,
Or my
of the city
designee.
manager.
Yeah,
Sorry, I
yeah.
was reading that really quickly and tricked myself. I thought it was the city manager's recommendation. It is both the city manager and his recommendation. So if someone would like to make that motion, please. Go ahead, Lance.
I move that the mayor's appointment of the city manager or the city manager's designee to the Grand Traverse County Department of Public Works Board be approved with confirmation by the Grand Traverse County Board of Commissioners.
Second.
All right, thank you for that, Commissioners Bomer and Shaw. Any discussion on this? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Okay, and then before we go, and I'm going to give you a second to prep here, Sarah, for the general ad hoc interview committee, I wanted to say 2 things. One, which is Planning Commission was not on this list, but it's because we still have Commissioners Treadwell and Anderson serving us well there, and they will continue to do so. So we thank them for that, even though it's not part of this organizational meeting. I also wanted to share that as I'm also stalling a little for time for Sarah. When we created our new appointment policy a couple of months ago, we decided to do the ad hocs well in advance, so staff didn't have to work on waiting for us to do it at a meeting, tracking people down, and trying to schedule in a timely manner. It also will be done here in public, so another great part of our new plan, or our new policy that Commissioner Anderson led us through. So we now are going to give Sarah a moment because things like Traverse City Light and Power in the future, we make sure that the 2 commissioners that are on it are part of the ad hoc. So we gave her a moment to write everything down. Now the question I have for our city attorney before this is all said and done, can we make a motion that is just we collectively approve of all the nominations as presented, or do we have to go through and read this long thing and read each one in it?
I think, well, we're going to have to read it because it's not in the packet. Am I correct? It's not in the packet?
It is in the packet.
Oh.
It is in the packet.
Okay, well, if it's in the packet, then
Well,
I
the
think-
blanks are in the back.
Oh, the blanks are in the packet.
Right.
So we have to.
No, we're going to have to read them.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Sorry, I'll
I'm
just
sorry,
say that
Sarah.
maybe as a kindness, I will try to keep a track and read them all so that a commissioner can just nominate after I recite it. So I'll try to save you all that extra
Or I can-
work here,
Or I can read it and.
however that works best. So go ahead and start the draws, Sarah, if you're prepared.
No, hold the face.
Oh, cool. I tried.
But thank you. Okay. All right, for Arts Commission, it will be Shaw and, I love my fishbowl. Commissioner Funk and Commissioner Anderson.
Then you need an alternate also, right?
Yep. Ness is the alternate. Ness was the alternate. And who's the chair? Heather can be the chair.
Okay.
For Board of Review, hold on, I grabbed 3. Commissioner Funk, Commissioner Treadwell, and Commissioner Ness.
Miss Knuckles.
With who as chair?
Hold on, I gotta, Treadwell is chair. And Shaw as alternate. Brownbridge has Commissioner Funk and Ness. Should have taken his name out.
Is Bomer in there?
Anderson.
Is Bomer in there?
And Bomer's the alternate.
Oh, there we go.
That was Brownbridge?
That was Brownbridge.
Yep, and who's the chair?
Um,
And it would be Funk as the,
Funk will be
are
our
we
chair.
kind of defaulting to
Yeah, I'm
whoever?
kind of defaulting whoever is. I promise, Lance, you really are in here.
He is, I
You
saw
say
it.
that now.
Board of Zoning Appeals, we have Commissioner Funk,
Jeez.
Commissioner Bomer, and Commissioner Anderson, with Bomer as chair, and Shaw will be the alternate. Okay, Coast Guard City Committee. Commissioner Funk.
Jeez. Oh, boy.
For real?
I might have to keep your card out for a minute.
Is it really sticky?
Yeah, apparently. Is it a weird shape?
Commissioner Treadwell and Commissioner Shaw. Treadwell is chair. And Ness is the alternate. All right, I'm keeping Ken's out for a hot minute.
Yeah. I think we all know
Downtown
that.
Development Authority, Mayor, and Anderson, and Treadwell. And then Ness as alternate.
And is the mayor the chair?
Mhm.
Yes. Election Commission will be Bomer,
Yay.
Treadwell, and Shaw. We'll make Funk as an alternate on that one.
Who's the chair? Sorry, Sarah.
Bomer. Okay, next one is Grand Traverse County Brownfield Authority. Heather Shaw is on that one. And, well, drew her name too. Treadwell. Bomer. Shaw will be the chair.
Mm-hmm.
And Ness will be alternate. Hickory Hills, Ness. Anderson, Treadwell, Ness will be chair, and Funk will be alternate. Historic districts. Will be Funk, Anderson, and Treadwell. Anderson will be chair, and Shaw will be an alternate. Housing Commission will be the mayor. Commissioner Funk, Anderson, and Bomer as alternate. And mayor will be the Human Rights, the mayor, Treadwell, and Bomer. Mayor will be chair. Funk will be alternate. Local Officers Compensation Commission, that's mayor, Shaw, and Ness. Mayor is chair. Treadwell as alternate. Parks and Rec Commission. Ness, Funk, Treadwell. Anderson as alternate. And Treadwell as chair. Planning Commission.
Going to be
uh,
Anderson and
We usually do
Treadwell.
one.
we've made it 2 now for ones where there's both, I think, haven't we? That was what we discussed in the policy, wasn't it, Commissioner Anderson?
I believe so.
That we didn't want it to just be the luck of the draw, whichever one. Yeah.
Double check real quick.
I thought it was one if it was a two.
That's what it used to be. I think we corrected it, but I know you're checking, but let's all engage in conjecture while we're looking.
It's one representative, not two. We can look at changing that if you want to in the
Would we
future,
wanna
but it's
change
not in
that?
effect right now.
In the future?
My inclination would be to stick with the policy as written this time and then modify after.
Yeah, I think so, but I think that's a good one to bring forward and change in the future too, though, because I think that we had talked about that a lot, so.
Okay.
So we have to pick out of the 2 now. This is also part of it. Now the fishbowl gets more complicated.
Both our names are left in the bowl. Anderson.
Great.
So Mitch will be the alternate. 2 more.
Well, the mayor is on there.
Yeah, the
Mayor,
mayor,
so
so
one
just
more.
one more.
Bomer.
Okay.
And the mayor is the chair.
Correct.
Okay.
Okay.
Last one, everybody.
No.
Oh,
No?
Nice try. Oh, sorry.
Oh,
There's another
sorry. False alarm.
Also,
three
my
more,
list-
3 more.
3 more.
Okay.
Almost. We're getting close to the end, honest. Rec Authority, we have Funk and Anderson and Bomer and Ness as the alternate. And,
Funk is chair.
sure. Okay, and Traverse Area District Library, so the mayor and Bomer and Anderson. Mayor's chair, and Treadwell is the alternate.
Now it's the last one.
Okay, and this is
Power.
Light and Power. So we have, who are our 2?
Bomer and Ness.
Bomer. Somebody just fell on the floor. Yes. It has to be one of them.
Oh,
Ness.
okay.
So then Bomer's going to be alternate.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
Funk and Anderson.
With Ness as chair.
Yes.
question to make it really complicated. So if the first, now I'm thinking about this because TCLP reminded me, if the first ad hoc that's formed is to, like if somebody resigns on any of the ones where the mayor has to be on a replacement but not on the actual ad hoc, would we then have to, and that might only be TCLP.
It's only TCL.
Oh, well then never mind, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Okay, so.
Cool.
I did some chicken scratching, Sarah, if you'd like me to, or do you want to do it? Okay,
I
you
can
did
do
it.
it.
Oh, you wrote it as you went. Okay, it's like Mad Libs over there. You
I
can
don't
go
know
ahead.
that we need to read it again now. We
Okay.
just, you just said them all out loud.
I did.
That was my question, is could we say,
Okay,
we
yes.
It will
make a
be-
motion?
Written in the minutes like this.
Yeah.
So, we can have, would someone like to make the motion that we present the ad hocs as presented? Go ahead, Jackie.
I move that we present the ad hocs for approval as articulated.
Second.
Thank you for that, Commissioners Anderson and Bomer. Okay, any further discussion? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. All right, everyone. That is us organized to a point. So thank you, everyone. I'm gonna, we have final public comment?
We do,
after?
yes.
Okay, yep. So I'd asked that before, and they said there wasn't. There is. And so we will go ahead and have any general public comment now, please.
Just because I didn't really have any announcements, I should have said that I wanted to thank Commissioner Tim Werner, Commissioner Mark Wilson, and Commissioner Mai Stanley for their service on the City Commission, and just wanted to acknowledge that, and also to thank Mary Mills and also Peter Schaus, who ran for the City Commission but weren't elected. I just wanted to acknowledge everyone. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. I was going to do that after the public.
Oh, I'm
It's
sorry.
okay, no, it's okay. So was there any, just because there was a little bit, no public comment, correct? Okay. Yes, I second those sentiments. And is there any final comments from the commissioners? All right, well, welcome to all our new commissioners, and I look forward for our next 2 years. We've got a lot of good work to do and good discussions to have. So with that, I will adjourn our meeting. Thank you, everyone, for being here. And I know there's a student, so you can come up to any of us and get signatures if you need a signature. And you got in and out in an hour, so you did better than your friends will do later in the year.